Escalating supply chain delays to impact holiday shopping. What consumers and businesses need to know about the trends and tools to keep goods, data, and transactions moving this holiday season. And with me today, I have Dr. Phil Levy, Chief Economist at Flexport. Good morning. How are you?
I'm well, thank you. Good morning. How are you?
I'm doing good. Now, can you give us a quick recap of how we got into the supply chain crisis that we're in now?
This is really one of the features of the pandemic economy where we got shut up at home. We had, for the most part, according to national statistics, money in our pockets. And since we weren't able to go to concerts and restaurants and travel the way we would have liked, a lot more of us turned to buying goods. And that's meant you've had a system that has been steadily under strain and the backlogs have built up. And that's what you're seeing when you're seeing those videos of ships at anchor outside LA Long Beach and containers stacked high.
Yeah, I've seen those. Now, why might people want to shop early this holiday season?
If you look, the normal thing, you see something on the shelves, and if somebody else buys it before you do, then the store just goes back into inventory or to back room or its warehouse and it restocks. Those inventories are really thin right now. That the stores, it's not because they're not trying, they are trying. It's just been hard to get all the goods through. And so there's a chance that if that person buys the gift before you get to it, then it won't be replenished in time for the holidays.
Now, are there online or other holiday gift buying options that would ease the supply chain issues?
It's a good question, and I wish I had a secret trick to offer you. Unfortunately, even when you buy online, it still has to run through the ports, or come through the factories that are also dependent on getting inputs and parts through the ports. And so that's actually hit with the same kind of problem. So that's not an easy out.
Now, tell us about the takeaways from Forward 21, your virtual annual summit.
Yeah, we are trying to pull together whatever information we can, both for businesses and consumers as they try to adapt to the situation. The good news is we're putting that up and making it available for everyone at flexport.com. It's a chance to look at this. And we're doing active research. What are the takeaways? The takeaways are it's a difficult time and it's not going away anytime soon. That one has to adapt to this, one has to be agile and plan accordingly. So we discuss in some detail the ways you can do that for different kinds of businesses.
Dr. Levy, an interesting question when you say that. What are we looking at? Are we going to be back to normal spring of 22, fall of 22, or spring of 23?
Yeah, I'll take, if you're going to have give me those choices, I'll pick spring of 23. The problem is we've got a pretty large backlog. And if I were to take, say, fall of 22, the problem is that's when we normally get to another peak season because then the holidays will come up again next year. So if we don't get stuff cleared pretty early in 22, you've got things like port negotiations and the like. I think this is going to be with us through next year.
Now, has any good come out of all of this?
Well, it's increased the focus on supply chains, and I think there's a bunch of things that people are looking at now, ways that you could be more efficient, adopting new technologies, which were probably overdue. So sure, you're going to get improvements that are there. Unfortunately, they're not going to be the kind of things which unplug the backlog and get everything fixed in a hurry.
It's going to be spring of 23. Okay, definitely. Now, one more time, Dr. Levy, where can our viewers go for more information?
Flexport.com. We've got all kinds of stuff. We got a research page, we've got forecasts, and hopefully answer a lot of your questions.
Hopefully. Dr. Levy, thank you so much for joining us on Morning Blend.
Thanks for having me.